Welcome to Did You Know? In this video, we explore the Philippines' current and future missile defense capabilities. We'll break down existing systems like Spider-Mister, BrahMos deterrence, rumored deals like India's Akash-SAM, radar enhancements from Japan, and alliance support from the US and other partners. Then we'll run a what-if scenario. Could we intercept enough missiles in an Israel-Iran-style barrage? Spoiler, the answer reveals critical gaps and potential fixes. Let's get started. The Philippines sits at the heart of Southeast Asia, surrounded by contested waters in the South China Sea and near major shipping lanes. While we don't face an immediate army of missile-launching adversaries on our doorstep like Israel faces Iran-backed groups, growing tensions over maritime claims and regional power shifts mean preparing for worst-case scenarios is vital. Our likely adversaries could range from state actors with advanced missile platforms to non-state groups using rockets or drones launched from vessels. In any high-end conflict, incoming threats could come from sea, air, or unmanned systems. So, what do we have right now? Defense spending for 2025 is roughly 256.1 billion pesos, $4.4 billion, marking about a 6.4% increase over the previous year to bolster external defenses amid rising tensions with China. Of this, about 138.2 billion pesos goes to the Army, 51.6 billion pesos to the Air Force, and 51 billion pesos to the Navy, with modernization allocations guaranteed at around 35 billion pesos but potentially tapping another 40 billion pesos from standby funds if revenues allow. In short, budgets have grown but remain limited compared to needs. With finite funds, every peso must count, choosing which systems to buy, where to deploy radars, and how to train personnel. Let's inspect what's already in the toolbox. Spider-Mister Point Defense. The Philippine Air Force operates 3 batteries of Rafael's Spider-Mister medium-range surface-to-air missile systems, acquired in a deal worth over $141 million. 2 batteries were formally inducted in November 2022, with the third delivered in November 2024, assigned to the 960th Air and Missile Defense Group and mounted on Czech Tatra trucks for mobility. These provide point defense for key installations like airbases, intercepting aircraft and some cruise missiles within a medium-range envelope. However, 3 batteries can cover only a few locations at a time across our many islands. Man-pads and short-range systems. Infantry units field MANPADS for low-flying aircraft or drones, but these cannot reliably intercept high-speed cruise or ballistic threats. The AFP lacks extensive C-RAM systems for close-in defense against rockets and drones. Radars and early warning. The AFP uses a mix of coastal surveillance radars and land-based 3D radars. Japan delivered TPSP-14ME mobile air surveillance radars in April 2024 and earlier provided an FPS-3ME system in late 2023, enhancing detection of air and surface targets. Yet coverage gaps remain. Many islands lack overlapping radar fields, and integration into a seamless network is still in progress. Without robust early warning, intercept windows against fast missiles narrow drastically. Naval and coastal defense, offensive deterrence. For coastal defense deterrence, the Philippines began fielding BrahMos supersonic cruise missile batteries. The first batch arrived in April 2024, and the second batch was confirmed around April 2025, boosting coastal strike capability up to approximately 290 kilometers against hostile ships. Fast attack interdiction crafts armed with anti-ship missiles supplement littoral defense. While offensive deterrence can dissuade attacks, these systems do not intercept inbound missiles. Ballistic missile defense, BMD, status. Currently, the Philippines lacks indigenous BMD systems like Iron Dome or Arrow. Discussions have occurred about hosting US mid-range systems, Typhoon capable of launching SM-6, Tomahawk, during exercises, but no permanent deployment confirmed yet. Recent statements indicate the US is ready to deploy Typhoon mid-range capability if the Philippines agrees. Political sensitivities and logistics affect permanence. C4ISR, efforts to integrate radars, data links, and allied sensor feeds are ongoing but face challenges, varied equipment, interoperability hurdles, and training needs. A truly integrated national air defense network would fuse local radars, maritime domain awareness data, and allied contributions into a common operating picture. In short, we have nascent point defense SAMs, growing radar coverage, offensive missiles for deterrence, but no comprehensive multi-layered defense to intercept high volumes of threats. Next, what's on the shopping list? Upcoming acquisitions and projects. The Philippines is eyeing India's Akash SAM system, worth around $200 million, for initial deployment in priority zones like Metro Manila by 2025, though its approximately 25 km range limits wide coverage. The Marines are also assessing Spider-SR for coastal base defense, adding layers but still only protecting installations. US Typhoon and Patriot systems, demonstrated during Balikatan, remain politically sensitive for permanent basing, but rapid deployment protocols in crises are on the table. More 3D and coastal radars, AEW aircraft, and UAVs are planned to plug coverage gaps, integrated with Allied satellite ISR. Meanwhile, FA-50s, new patrol aircraft, UAVs, and offshore vessels boost detection, but rely on allies for air defense synergy. Exercises like Balikatan test interoperability, and expanding them to simulate missile attacks builds readiness. So, could the Philippines defend itself against a barrage akin to Israel-Iran? Right now, alone we'd be overwhelmed in a high-volume missile strike. But we're improving: Spider Mister point defenses, BrahMos deterrence, upcoming Akash SAM, more radars, and allied ties help. But big gaps remain in coverage, BMD, and resilience. The path forward is layered defense around key zones, robust early warning, integrated C4ISR, civil defense preparedness, and strong allied agreements. Defense isn't just hardware, it's strategy, training, and public engagement. What do you think? Should we invest more in missile defense or prioritize other areas? Drop your thoughts below. If you found this deep dive useful, hit like, subscribe to Did You Know, ring the bell, and share with friends who care about national security.